Welcome back. Today we're talking about rolling out the hips and the thighs. These three will be really helpful. Use what you have, but hopefully you have all three of these. Okay, first we're going to talk about the hips. I work with a lot of people with low back pain, and it is comical how many of them, if they rolled out their hips in the way I'm about to show you, would reduce their back pain by 60 to 80%. This is a very useful technique. You're going to use the lacrosse ball and you're going to be rolling out from here, not within these lines, but around these lines. So if this is Florida, you're going to go on a road trip exploring your hips down the coast of Texas, which is the butt triangle, the sacrum, coming back up all the way out to here, to California. A lot of people, when I show them this, they wind up like starting here and going to here. They always forget the East Coast and West Coast. So basically just make sure you go all the way around from here, all the way to here. Cool? So getting on the ground, lacrosse ball, we're gonna start on our back right here at the top of the corner of the butt triangle, getting the glutes a little bit. There's three positions I'm going to show you. Three positions. So you start on your back in position 1, and it's right here. Both my feet are on the ground. My hips are off the ground, and I'm using my legs to control the weight as I put my weight on the ball. You may feel the ball touching bone, but basically, unless it's like, it'll be sore because of the muscle. Don't worry about the bone. You might be touching the bone, slightly on the bone, slightly off. Just go wherever it feels like, oh, that hurts, but feels really good. So I'm right here. As it lets go, right? You may need to hold this spot for 5 minutes. This is where you're gonna spend a lot of time in one spot. And then when that spot lets go, you're gonna move like half an inch potentially. And then you'll be in a whole new spot. So be prepared to go slow with this. Whenever things let go and I want to find a new spot, I can just move my body a little bit. I can pick my hips up and use my hand to move the ball, or I can just start rolling. So as things let go, I'm going to start migrating out laterally, out to the side. So I'm here. As things let go, I'm going to start turning my body. So now I'm at about a 45-degree angle. And I'm working into more of the side glute. And again, going very slow. Here I may either come up a little bit. That's going to go onto some deeper lateral rotators. And for some of you, that'll be even more sore. Right? Then, after you've explored all the spots in this position, you're going to fully turn onto your side. Either fully, you could be here, but it's important that when you're fully on the side coming to this area, this leg is bent up. You don't want it to be straight. That's going to lock it out. So put it right here. And then if you look at my head, I don't really want you doing this with your neck. A lot of people want to be here. It's a lot on the arm. You want to be able to just relax your body. So if this is too much weight, it's just too intense, use a tennis ball, do it on a carpet, or just don't use too much weight. Just try and control the body pressure on it. But if you go slow and let things open up, they really will. You'll be able to get to the full area before long. Just be aware that the side of your hips are going to be the most sore. So we basically just went all this way here. Now we're just going to go down this way a little bit. So again, it's just putting the ball wherever you want to get it. There are some times when I will do it in this position. And for you, this might be a money spot, a money position. But this is just options, all options for you to explore. Now I'm just doing this way. And this actually feels pretty nice, actually. So once you've done this on this side, you're going to repeat it on the left. But now we're going to move on to the quad. You have two options for the quad, the softball and the foam roller. I'm going to show you the foam roller first. So the foam roller, you're going to get one leg at a time, and you've got two ways of moving tissue. You can move the foam roller down slowly, but at any point you can also turn your body. I'm turning the foam roller, but when you're on it, you'll be turning your body so that the foam roller can peel the quads. Remember, the muscles run down this way, and you want them to be separated so they can lengthen as they need to. So the way this is going to work is, I'll show you my left leg just for the camera purposes. You're going to start about right up here on the hip, and you're going to let that sink in. And then you're just going to slowly start coming down. Now, for some of you, the moment you get on here, it's going to be very sore. And once again, when you find a spot that's sore, try and get comfy, and then just hold on to it, relax, and breathe while it lets go. If you can, try and lay down as I am so that you don't have to put all the pressure in your arms. And then as it opens up, you're just going to come a little higher and wait some more. Maybe at this spot you might want to try the horizontal vectors to see if changing the angles helps separate things a little bit more. You'll see that I'm just going side to side here. Then I might go down an inch, and that's really the best practice, is like go down an inch, wait, then go side to side, wait, go down an inch, wait. So like this spot right here for me, very sore. So I would wait until it starts letting go. If about 2 minutes in it hasn't changed at all, I'm going to keep going because maybe I need to release something else first before I can get this spot to fully release. Go down another inch. Now I'm here. Coming this way. Bring this down a little bit. So now I'm just going to get right above the knee. Turn on my side maybe. I might turn my leg out to get the inside of the leg. I might be over here. The inside of the leg is its own journey, which we're going to get to here in a second, but definitely can be quite painful for some of you. Awesome. So that's getting the quad with the foam roller. Up as this. So if you wanted to use the softball, it's the same concept. Lay on the ground, try to find the angles that hurt but feel beneficial, and then get the sides. I'm going to show you the inside now. These get really tight, restricted for people that sit for work, sit all day. So we're going to start on our bellies, and we're going to work this area first, all right here. So you just lay on your stomach, big breath in. And then you let it sit right there, and you just breathe. For some of you, you may see your ancestors, and that's okay. Just breathing. I mean, for some of you, you will literally be in this one spot for 10 minutes. But as it opens up, you're going to start coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down, following it all the way up the inside of the leg. Breathing all the way. Now, the higher you get on your thigh, you're gonna start turning onto your stomach, and you're actually gonna use the ball to get into the groin area, which also gets very tight, especially if you do a lot of like core work, sit-ups. And you're gonna go all the way up until you start running into it's the inguinal ligament. You'll feel like you're starting to get close to bone basically, but just don't do anything that feels incredibly, if it feels sharp. And there's a big difference between, oh, this hurts because my muscle is tight, and oh, I'm on a bone or I'm smushing a nerve. So you'll know. So don't worry. Go basically as high up as you can before you start realizing like, oh, this is a bone. You want to get high up because the muscles attach. The muscles attach to this ligament right here. And getting the attachments will really give you a good release. So don't be afraid to get really high up there. Just be smart and go slow. Awesome. So we've used the softball to get all this leg all the way up to here. By now you should be feeling a lot looser in the legs. Now we're just going to spend a little bit of time on the side. So you can use the foam roller and just basically be mostly on the side. And you may have already done this when you were rolling out your quads the first time. But just to show you, you can be all the way here, working your way up. So you have the IT band on the side of your leg. Okay, I'm sure if many of you are familiar with this term of the IT band. It's important to get the IT band. They're not meant to be tight on the human being. But here's the thing, you have the IT band that runs down about here, but other than that, you have the big lateralis, which is a quad muscle that runs underneath it. And often the IT band will get stuck to the lateralis underneath it. So with the ball or the foam roller, you're going to go onto the IT band, but you're also going to go behind it and right in front of it. We call those the posterior 45, anterior 45 angles. And that's to help peel the IT band off that lateralis underneath. So you can do that on the foam roller, laying on it, doing that motion. But you can also use the softball and this floor is a little slippery, but you will just sit on it like this and really think about finding that angle, and you'll feel it right behind the IT band where it's kind of like pressing, digging in and separating the IT band from the quad, from the lateralis underneath it. And once again, you'll just, I'm moving a little bit fast right now. You go as slow as you need to. You can do this all the way down to the knee. Awesome. So we went over the hips, the thighs, the top, inside, and outside of the thighs. Play around with that and you will feel much better. And if you have any low back pain, that'll probably help with that a lot. Knee pain, all of this. You'll feel really good. Give it a try. See you next time.